We all have moments when fear cripples us. The future seems dark, our hearts pound, we feel alone. These moments can feel overwhelming, as if the weight of the world is pressing down on our shoulders. We might find ourselves questioning our strength, our resolve, and even our faith. It's in these times that we need to remember we are not alone in our struggles, but even Jesus faced such moments. In the Garden of Gethsemane, he experienced profound anguish and fear. He prayed fervently, seeking comfort and strength from his Father. This scene is a powerful reminder that fear is a universal experience, even for the divine. In Luke chapter 22, we see the depth of his struggle and, more importantly, the source of his strength. Jesus turned to prayer, pouring out his heart and soul. He found solace in his connection with God, drawing strength from his faith. This passage teaches us that in our darkest hours, we too can find strength through prayer and faith. This chapter, friends, is not a tale of defeat, but a testament to the power of faith in the face of fear. It shows us that even in the midst of our deepest fears, we can find hope and resilience. By leaning on our faith, we can overcome the challenges that seem insurmountable. It's a roadmap for our own journeys, showing us how to find strength in our weakest moments. When we feel lost and afraid, we can look to the example of Jesus and find the courage to keep moving forward. We can reach out to others for support, knowing that we are stronger together. Let's walk this path together. By supporting one another and drawing strength from our faith, we can face our fears with confidence. Together, we can overcome any obstacle and find peace in the journey ahead. Imagine the weight of the world on your shoulders. The immense pressure, the overwhelming responsibility, the feeling that every step you take is burdened by the expectations and hopes of countless others. Jesus, knowing his death was near, gathered his disciples for Passover. This was no ordinary gathering. It was a moment filled with profound significance, a time to impart final teachings and share a last meal with those he loved dearly. This wasn't just a meal. It was a farewell, a poignant goodbye that carried the weight of impending sacrifice. Each gesture, each word spoken, was laden with meaning and emotion. He broke bread, symbolizing his body soon to be broken. This act was a powerful metaphor, a way to help his disciples understand the gravity of what was to come. He shared wine, representing his blood soon to be shed. The wine, rich and red, was a vivid symbol of the sacrifice he was about to make for humanity. In this simple meal, he gave us a lasting symbol of sacrifice and love, a ritual that would be remembered and honored for generations, reminding us of the depth of his commitment and the extent of his love. How can we not be humbled by such a gift? This act of ultimate love and selflessness calls us to reflect on our own lives, to consider the ways we can embody such grace and compassion in our daily actions. After the meal, Jesus leads his disciples to Gethsemane. The night is quiet, the air filled with a sense of foreboding. The disciples follow, unaware of the gravity of the events about to unfold. They walk through the olive grove, the moonlight casting long shadows on the ground. He withdraws to pray, his heart heavy with what's to come. The weight of the world rests on his shoulders. In the stillness of the garden he kneels, seeking solace and strength from his Father. The night is silent, save for the whispers of his fervent prayers. He asks God to take this cup from him, yet submits to his will. Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me, yet not my will, but yours be done, he prays, his voice filled with both anguish and resolve. The moonlight illuminates his face, revealing the depth of his inner turmoil. Can you imagine the emotional struggle? The agony of knowing what lies ahead, yet choosing to face it for the sake of humanity. His distress is palpable, his prayers a testament to his unwavering faith and obedience. The weight of our sins was on him, yet he chose obedience. Every moment in that garden, every prayer uttered was a step towards the ultimate sacrifice. His focus never wavered, even as the burden grew heavier. And while he prayed, Judas, his disciple, betrayed him with a kiss. The act of betrayal, so intimate and yet so devastating, marked the beginning of his suffering. Judas, once a trusted friend, now the harbinger of his arrest. Betrayal cuts deep, yet Jesus faced it with grace. In the face of treachery, he remained calm, his demeanor serene. His grace in that moment, a reflection of his divine nature, offering forgiveness even in the midst of profound betrayal. Section 4, strength in surrender. Jesus is arrested, his disciples afraid scatter. In the face of fear, they faltered. Haven't we done the same? Yet Jesus stood strong, not with physical force, but with the strength that comes from complete surrender to God. He knew his purpose, he embraced his Father's will. This, my friends, is true strength. Section 5, finding our Gethsemane. Each of us faces our own Gethsemane, moments when fear threatens to overwhelm us. We may feel alone, abandoned, betrayed. But remember Jesus in the garden. Remember his surrender, his unwavering faith. He is with us in our struggles. He understands our pain. He offers us the same strength that saw him through. Section 6, a faith that overcomes. Luke chapter 22 is not a story of defeat, but a testament to the power of faith. Jesus, in his humanity, shows us how to navigate fear and uncertainty. He teaches us that true strength comes from surrendering to God's will. It's in our weakest moments that faith shines brightest. So embrace your struggles, seek God's presence. His strength is sufficient, even in your darkest hour.